Well, this is the 21st day of the government shutdown, and today Senate Republicans gathered at the White House for lunch with President Donald Trump. CBS 42 Washington correspondent Kristen Escal joins us now live. Kristen, what did the senators and president discuss today?
Well, Carly, the president thanked the Republican senators for voting multiple times to keep the government open. All but one, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, have voted in favor of the short-term funding bill. Meanwhile, lawmakers are warning that food assistance program funding could soon be drying up.
Over 1 million federal workers right now, as you know, are going unpaid. That's the Democrats' fault.
As the government shutdown reaches 3 full weeks, President Trump hosted Republican senators for lunch to thank them for their unity.
Senate Republicans have already voted 11 times to get our government back and open for business.
President Trump also praised Senate Majority Leader John Thune.
We are going to keep voting to open up the government, and eventually the Democrats, hopefully sooner or later, are going to come around.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer mocked the lunchtime gathering.
Republicans may not have time to fix people's health care, but apparently they got plenty of time for a mini pep rally with Donald Trump.
Meanwhile, federal employees are set to miss a second paycheck, and lawmakers from both parties are sounding the alarm about funding for food assistance. Programs like WIC and SNAP could run out of money by the end of October.
You got families wondering if they'll go without food assistance next month because many people rely upon that.
Leader Schumer says Democrats aren't to blame.
They won't even negotiate with us. So the onus is on them to sit down.
And meanwhile, the House has now been out of session for more than a month. Senate Majority Leader John Thune has suggested the House return to Washington to take up a new short-term funding bill. But at this point, House Speaker Mike Johnson is holding firm on his decision to keep the House out of Washington until the government reopens. Carly.
Kristen, I understand some senators want to change the voting requirements to reopen the government. Could that happen?
Well, at this point, it doesn't look very likely. Now, the Senate has what's called a filibuster. That means 60 votes are needed for many pieces of legislation to pass, and that includes government funding bills. But amid this deadlock, some senators, like Senator John Fetterman from Pennsylvania, have suggested perhaps ending the filibuster just for this vote, saying that perhaps it's much easier to get a simple majority to pass this rather than the 60 votes, since you need lawmakers from both parties on that. But at this point, Republican leaders aren't considering that as an option. Carly.
All right, Kristen Escal live in Washington. Thank you.